I wonder if I was to poll you guys, how many of you guys would say you were campers and how many people would say that they were sort of a more active, rushy player? Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to say campers. Who would actually admit to being a camper? I actually meant to say sentinels, you know, because it sounds cool as like those weird squid things in the Matrix. Of course, from all aspects of the game, there are going to be different playstyles. There's going to be campers, there's going to be rushers, there's going to be stealthy players. And even in the COD Next preview that we had last week, they even said that this game was going to cater to all playstyles, whether that be sentinels, rushers, assassins, whatever they called them, I don't know. But the point I'm trying to make is that they were very, very clear that they wanted to make Modern Warfare 2 a game for everyone, a game that anyone could enjoy, a game that no matter how you enjoyed playing the game, you would be able to have fun. Apart from, well, that isn't the case, is it? That's not the thing that we've been given. The product that we have been promised isn't the product that we've had in our hands over the past weekend. Now, in case you hadn't guessed already, the main thing that I want to talk about in today's video is the fact that if you play in a rushy playstyle, if you play a more active, pushy, aggressive playstyle in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, you have had your balls well and truly neutered. Almost every change that I can see within this game seems to have a direct effect on people who like to play rushy and people who like to play Call of Duty. How Call of Duty has always been fucking played. Everything that they have changed within this game is a direct attack on those sorts of players. Now, I have a little list here because I didn't want to leave anything off of the things that I believe are negatively affecting the rushy playstyle and therefore making it so that the only playstyle that is viable in this game, or mainly viable in this game, is the campy sentinel playstyle. Now, the first thing that we need to talk about if we're going to discuss this topic is the sheer volume of the footsteps. Now, look, I know, and I've seen so many people on Twitter saying, oh yeah, but listening for the footsteps, well, that creates a skill gap. What skill gap do footsteps actually make? The only skill gap here is that you need to have a set of working ears. And therefore, by that argument, you're just saying that people who are deaf aren't skilled. The only thing that you need to be successful at listening for footsteps is to just be still and hear. You need to listen. So I'm not going to accept the argument that listening for footsteps is a skill gap. I understand that footsteps are a very needed thing in video games, especially more slow-paced tactical games like Rainbow Six Siege or Tarkov. I mean, to be honest, if Escape from Tarkov had the audio that this game currently has, the Tarkov community would go fucking mental for it. They would love the shit out of this audio system. However, for this arcade shooter, this 6v6 arcadey, non-realistic shooter, there is absolutely no reason why everyone's footsteps should sound like Gemma Collins running down to the fridge at midnight. What this means is, at the most basic level of the gameplay in Modern Warfare 2, you are completely punished for moving around. The fact is, I thought that maybe I could just adapt by making a class that had really, really high movement speed and aim down sight movement speed so that I wouldn't have to sprint anywhere. I thought that that was my workaround, and so if I could create an MP5 that, yes, had very bad recoil, but at the same time meant that I could walk around a lot quieter than everyone else, then maybe that would mean that I would be successful. However, every death I had, I watched the kill cam, and even at a walking speed, it sounds so incredibly loud. But anyway, okay, that's fine. Maybe the footsteps aren't such an issue because look, we have this field upgrade, Dead Silence. Well, Dead Silence as a field upgrade, when it was introduced to the game back in 2019, was sort of a downgrade from what we're used to. We're used to having a perk that our footsteps are always quieter than they are for everyone else. This usually worked well, and for some reason they decided to change it. However, since 2019, if you've watched Exclusive Ace's video that he did yesterday, the Dead Silence that we have today is so incredibly worse. For starters, you have to pull out this little radio thing which somehow makes little clouds go onto the bottom of your feet so that you can run quieter. But whilst you pull this little radio out, you actually make a really loud sound, meaning that if you are straight behind an enemy, or if there's an enemy say 10-15 meters ahead of you and you pop Dead Silence to sort of run up behind them, well, they're going to hear you straight away, turn around and put a bullet in your face. The thing is, For dead silence now to be effective, you have to essentially activate dead silence whilst you are in your own spawn. And, you know, some people might say that's okay. I mean, you get 15 seconds of dead silence. So surely in that time you can run around a flanking route and actually get behind the enemy. Apart from no, because now dead silence no longer gives you a speed boost. I mean, it used to give you like a 7.6% speed boost back in Modern Warfare 2019, and now it's a 1.4% speed boost. So that means that actually your 15 seconds is essentially cut down a lot more to more like, say, I don't know, 13 seconds, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in between getting kills and managing to actually get around the whole map because you've had to pop it so early so that other people can't hear you, the fact is dead silence is almost useless compared to what it used to be. Now that would be fine, and I'm sure that a lot of people could get around these things. However, the nerfs to the rushing playstyle just don't stop there. We've also seen nerfs to the sliding, whereby you can't go ADS when you're sliding anymore. This means that there is an element of the movement skill gap that has been reduced. A movement skill gap, might I add, that is exclusively used by rushers. No one is sliding if they're hiding in a dark corner. And then on top of that, we also have such crazy sprint out times. The sprint out times in Modern Warfare 2 seem so goddamn slow. This means that if you are using dead silence and you've popped it back in your spawn so that no one hears you, and then you run around the map and you finally see that person with 2 seconds left on your dead silence, it takes a millennia to pull your gun up to get ready to shoot these people, and by that point they've already popped you in the face because yes, dead silence isn't actually silent, so they heard you come in anyway. Oh, look, I know that this is a bit of a ranty video, and I know that I have said that I'm enjoying this game on the whole, which is completely true. I don't want to discredit my other video where I said that I thought this game was good. However, I do feel like this is something that really needs to be said. A huge portion of the player base of Call of Duty love to play aggressive and they love to rush around, and the problem is there are no options to do that. And it wouldn't be so bad if the developers hadn't stated themselves that they wanted to cater to every single playstyle. From my point of view, the only people that they are making this game for are either complete and utter noobs who are very new to the genre and they need their handheld and they want to cater to them so that they pick the game up and they try it and they say, yeah, I love Call of Duty. And the other people are the people who just like to sit in one spot, not capturing objectives, just hiding and waiting for people to pass them. These changes have completely stripped down the sandbox, a game that should have loads of options, and if you get bored of one playstyle you can swap to the next, has been basically stripped down to you can play this one style. You can sneak around crouch walking with your gun up at the ready, making no ground at all, and then eventually getting popped by someone who is camping in a corner because they have heard you coming, or you can be the person that is camping in the corner yourselves with a little fucking claymore factory up your ass, putting down new claymores every 2 minutes. Everything to do with this game so far seems to be absolutely attacking people who enjoy a more aggressive, more hands-on playstyle, and I really do think that it's going to hinder the experience for a lot of people. But anyway, look, I just want to know what you guys think about this. I know this was a bit of a ranty video and I was sort of promising myself I wasn't going to go down this route with Modern Warfare 2, but sometimes these things just have to be said. Now, for those of you who have watched my videos in a while, you'll know that I love to see who sticks around until the end. So if you're still here, I'd like you to let me know by answering this question down in the comments. Where did you find my channel? What game did you find my channel through watching? If you're an old-time subscriber or if you're brand new, I'd like to know which video brought you to me. Anyway, that's it from me today. I'm Average Joel. Peace.